I suggest starting not with the boxes, but with what's on the surface. A bit illogical, I gathered it, but nevertheless. So first of all, what I liked, here we have a used table. We see it's secondhand, although maybe it's not used, but since everything was in a heap, maybe it's just dust from the warehouses in Karposh. So it's quite possible. We have an adjustable height for the laptop, and here, the cooler connects to the laptop, tested, everything works. If it were wood, it would cost expensive, really expensive. Wooden tables of this size with coolers start from 3,000 hryvnias. Since this is a plastic one on Lelixi, the cheapest I found was for 300 hryvnias. Let's count it as 300 hryvnias. Lot number 2, also a table, but not the same kind. This table is already wooden. Well, it's unclear whether it's new or dust from the warehouse, since it was also in bulk, not packaged, but probably less a regular table for 4 glasses and 4 types of snacks with some sauce in the center. On OLX, the cheapest ones start from 500 hryvnias. If we consider that it was, let's also count 300 hryvnias. The legs fold, but they don't lock. Perhaps that's why it doesn't stay. They lock a little, but if you shake it, they unfold. Overall, we will use it compactly. And another lot which is half-packed. And honestly, I'm a bit shocked by it. Yes, if you watched the previous unboxing, if not, feel free to find and watch it. There are already complete ones, 4 episodes. So you saw that in our unboxing there were watches that, by the way, don't fit me. There were times like these that were broken. Most were broken, some were whole, but these are not times. But you saw one table, another table, and a bunch of different boxes. And this was just packed like this and inserted like this. Now look at what we have here. Firstly, a pile of waste paper. And secondly, we have 2 photo frames with posters here. Do you understand? Well, it's glass, not plastic. Two motivational posters. That didn't break. Can you imagine? I'm just in shock. Well, considering it's Ukroposhta and considering what the packaging was like for me, it's honestly a wonder. The average price of the posters is 100 hryvnias, which is what I found on OLX again. I believe that OLX has one of the lowest prices, and it's really something to base your expectations on. 2 tigers for 2 bones. Now we move on to the most interesting part, the boxes. Let's start with the small one. So in the small one we have a down jacket, paper, and perfume. This is an Avon perfume. It's a small bottle. You can't see it, but there's a label here. I don't know if this is some for women, some for men, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is at least the kind of scent I would spray on myself. Like this, not steam. It somewhat reminds me of the perfume that a child would spray from their fathers. Cool, cool. I don't know how much it costs. Honestly, there's no need to Google it. I'll Google it and you'll see the price. Let's move on. Let's go to the bigger box. Yes, this kind of packaging kills me when people can't spend money on paper, on a piece of paper, and everything is wrapped in bags. This is the second time we're seeing this together. Once it was in a box where we found a screwdriver. And here, you won't believe it. It's not a screwdriver, but also a device. And it's a hairdryer. Hairdryer, not in 2100 watts. Oh, 2100 watts for a hairdryer. I don't know if that's a lot or not. I don't see. Philips 2100 watts. Philips. This is clearly not a package from Philips's factory. Considering it's Ukropoczta, it's second-hand. You can even see from the filter that it's a bit worn out. Let's see how much this costs. We'll randomly take 50% and give 50% off the price. By the way, another box, which isn't really a box, but, well, it was like that. I don't know if anyone uses these, but we don't use these things that are placed under plates on tables here and now. There are two here. One, yes, 3, 4 pieces in the set. In principle, 4 is the base, but we don't use these. We have one bamboo mat, the mat we use for rolling. Bitches, everything else. I don't know how long this can last, but you'll see. Let's move on. So, another box. Here it is. Take a look. First of all, 4 boxes for PS4. That's first of all. And secondly, I don't know. There is one. Gran Turismo Uncharted is next. There's nothing here. Watchdog Legion is empty. And The Last of Us. The first one is there. Well, I'm not sure. I'm in the price range of PSPs. I don't have consoles. I only play on PC, but I think this should have some value. You saw the price and we move on. I think this unboxing will be one of the most profitable. If the discs cost at least 200 hryvnias each, then one box potentially covered 3, and there was also a hairdryer. What else did we have? There were posters, there were tables, perfumes were there. Well, like it should pay off, at least one unboxing, finally. If we don't count those unboxings that were with items, then you could say that everything was actually in the negative. So let's move on. Packing material. Seriously. Guys, I mean, there's no screen here. I don't know if it won't fall out. Maybe it's on magnets, but guys, come on. It's 0. It's just 0. Yeah, no magnets, it falls out. But the main point, it was new. We'll hold it. I don't know what brand it is. It's called KMA Super Grooming. I hope this is grooming for people, not dogs. I needed it, as you can see. Amazing. You saw it and we move on. And there are no boxes left here for you in the frame because the goal is constantly emptier. But actually there is one left. I don't know how unboxers find out what's inside the gift box, but if it doesn't rattle, style, it's definitely not stable, and I don't know what could be in here. So let's unpack. Here's this thing. We have lunch boxes. One even has a label. This one doesn't have a label. And here there's even a label, 3.99. 3D meeting, and in the video, in euros. In Czech korunas 99, there's something else. There are no grills. 3.99 for us at the current rate, that's 120 hryvnias, right? Wrong, 160 hryvnias. 160 hryvnias, well, we count 2 to 160. Well, friends, that's how this unpacking turned out. I don't know if we broke even or not. We needed to hit 2 with a plus, but if we broke even, you already know that. Give a thumbs up and leave a couple of comments. Notice in those videos where you left comments and didn't hesitate to do so. The videos reached over 2,000 plus. And here where you decided not to leave comments, the videos only reached 200 to 300, 500 views.